Well, I first thought about Change the World. Well, I didn't know it was called Change the World then. I was just sitting watching Big Brother, and honestly it was in 2006, I can't believe it was that long ago. And I thought, oh look, surely we as an audience could be watching something much, much more interesting and not about people just becoming celebrities for doing absolutely nothing. I think the world's got enough problems without actually making people look stupid on television or really exposing the really bad side of human nature. What I wanted to do was a television series that celebrates just that amazing human spirit, you know, that people are really just get in and make a difference in the world. But it's not, it's more than that. It's more than people going into a country and helping. It's about what that country can actually give to the world by what they've been through, what they've overcome.
It's going in, forming a relationship. There's a real need, identifying that need, and then telling that story in a really compelling way and getting involved with those people.
There's this ongoing model that keeps going around the world, making great films in communities that we also assist to achieve what they need to achieve. And we have a way of sending that out to the world to inspire other people to get off their bums and do similar things. And that's what it's all about.
What this does for people is say, we can be entertained, of course, let's have fun. Let's have an enormous amount of fun with this, but let's be real about it. Let's really help people. This is not a game, folks. This is deadly serious. It is time for leaders, whether they are in the media, whether they're in corporations or they're in government, to stop pretending we don't have to take a stand.
I think everyone comes to that point where you just want to give something back. Even if you feel, you know, I haven't got a lot of money, we've got so much. We've got an enormous amount to give back, and that was my first thought. I want to do something that when I die, I say, at least I gave it a red hot go.
We're going to Timor, and then after Timor we've got 5 other countries, including remote Australia, so Indigenous Australia. We've got Nepal, Haiti, Laos, and we've also got Africa. Timor's the important one because this is the first one. So once we've got this up, we can prove the model, and then I think it'll be a lot easier to raise money and to get pre-sales and things like that for the rest of the series. What we've ended up doing is getting very involved with the community over there in Timor called Lospalos. To such an extent that last time we were over in Timor, just in passing, I said, oh, we should have a fundraiser, because they were trying to build a sustainability centre. And even when you say sustainability, something in you just wants to turn off. But when you actually realise what that means, that without that centre they can't make a living, they're living on nothing. They're hungry, children are hungry, children are dying.
40% of the country are still living in extreme poverty, under the poverty line. And there are still some other alarming development statistics, such as the 200,000 children which are under the age of 5 in this country. Up to 60% of them have irreparable damage from malnutrition and other preventable illnesses and diseases.
So the upshot was we raised enough money for them to build their centre, like we raised a lot of money. And so now we can go back to make this film of them actually building the centre that's going to mean so much to the community.
It'll improve people's livelihoods, their access to education, the relationships within the community, introduce new information, because this is a really isolated place, as you can see around you, and create opportunities for income generation and employment. Particularly for young people, that's really important. Malevi's family actually had their house here, and the house was burnt down by the Indonesian military. So it's got a sense of history and, yeah, a sense of connection to the past. So, you know, looking for a sustainable future with a connection to the past, it's pretty special.
This country experienced what could only be described as one of the most successful and horrific cases of scorched earth in modern history. The protagonists that caused the trouble here were absolute and very, very well organised and pretty much took this country back to the Stone Ages. You literally can't walk down the street without tripping over an amazing story of survival and of human spirit. Lospalos is probably one of the richest bases for those stories in the country.
When I'm 6 years old, nobody, all gone, all die, all killed by the Indonesian military. So yeah, that's my story. But I'm happy now. This time I'm very happy. I go with many friends. I have many families from different countries. They love me. They like me. Always they share their good time with me. So I'm very happy this time.
It's a great place for Change the World to kick off from. It's a great launching pad for Change the World because we've got so much, they've got so little, but we can make a great documentary at a grassroots level, get those great stories down, but train people in what we're doing and then leave them with our film equipment. So basically we're going to leave them with an edit suite, we're going to leave them with a camera, we're going to teach them how to take stills, and most importantly we're going to teach them the elements of social media, online communication.
So, you know, the thing is, what we do is we help them raise the money for whatever they need in their village, which will happen around the world, and then we'll go and document them actually achieving what they said, what we've helped them set out to do, and then we'll leave them with an infrastructure that makes them actually able to keep making money and keep honing their skills and really make something, because without us they can't do it.
Change the World is a brilliant, inspiring concept that is essentially also part of my whole life. It has been to try to change the world. And if anything, I'm proud to say that I have contributed a bit to change the world in the last many years, at least in East Timor. This program can help change the lives of many thousands in East Timor, but also change the lives of millions in Australia.
It's about how you do it and your attitude to it. It's one of the most important things in the world that we're filming. And the medium is the message. We're saying this is a really important message and we're going to do it well.
The younger generation live in a global world. They are offended, much more than my generation, that there is poverty amongst young people their age. They know the great lottery of life, that they have everything here just because they are thrown up on a stage called Australia. Clean water, universal health, education. And someone their age, born in East Timor, born in Mozambique, doesn't have the chances they have. Young people, through television, actually get an imagination and a vision for what they can do.
I think the whole idea of Change the World, that is whereby people come up with good ideas, but on top of that, want to do something about those ideas. I think that's part of where we want to be as a country.
You know what I think is fantastic about us as human beings? Some of us are good at making money. Some of us are good at making films. Some of us are good at doing any number of things. What we can do here is get together with people who have been successful in making money, and they can help us to achieve what we want to set out to do. People have to stop worrying all the time that things are going to go wrong and they've got to hoard it all. I mean, let's just get a flow happening and get it out to the people that need it, and then get that out to the rest of the world in a film, because that's what I am. I'm a filmmaker.